Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of Off the Board. Today's inspiration comes from a pin from Coco Vanilla Studio. It's one of their design team pins, and I really love that wreath design. And I believe that wreath is from the Happiness Collection, which I knew I had kitted up into this envelope, and it's been sitting in my stash waiting to be used probably for a year or so. Well, it's been more than a year because I have not touched this since way before COVID. And so maybe even 2 years. And so uh, maybe a year and a half. I don't know. So I was inspired to get that collection out and work with it. And it was already kitted up with this photo of my daughter and my niece. They were both expecting. It was taken at my daughter's baby shower. And so I thought I would pull out that paper with the wreath and cut out the wreath. And so that is what I'm doing. You're not seeing a whole lot of that because I'm a bit off screen doing it, but I am just fussy cutting around the florals. And now I am looking for a paper that I think it would work with. And actually that's a really beautiful paper, and it would have worked very well on that paper. And I really like how it looks, but it's not the paper that I chose, regretfully, but I do like it on this paper as well. This is the paper that I do end up going with. I think it's equally as beautiful on the pink as it is on the other softer paper. But I decided to go with the pink, and I'm not sure why, because it's not like she's having a girl or anything like that. It was just what was speaking to me. But I was definitely inspired to pull out this collection and play with it. And so I thought about putting my florals in across from each other like I first had it there, but then it made me think of baby bumps. And so I was like, no, I don't want to do that. So I go more for a diagonal effect and having them meet in the center versus just having two semicircles coming in from the sides. And so I like the way that it looks a lot better like this. And hopefully, see, like that, it looks like a baby bump to me. But this doesn't look so much like a baby bump, so I don't know. Maybe it's all in perspective, or maybe it's just in my head. But I decided to go ahead and use it like this. And yes, I did trim down that pink paper by 1/4 of an inch all the way around, so that I'll have 1/8 of an inch revealed all the way around. And I am going to mat the entire thing on, I believe I use white. But I did not trim down the wreath areas, or the wreaths, the florals that are coming off the page, because I actually want those to go all the way to the outer edge of the white paper that I backed the whole thing with. So for the time being, I am just leaving them hanging off of the edge until I get the whole thing backed, which is something that I do much later in the process. And I'm not really sure why I do it later in the process, because it does make sense to go ahead and do it since I'm going to have things hanging off or extended all the way out to that border. But in the event that there are things that I don't want extended out past this pink paper, I do kind of like to work with it like this, and then I can trim off anything that I don't want hanging out further. So that's probably the main reason why that is my process. So, oh, apparently I am now cutting down the paper. I thought I'd already done that. I am on a voicing roll today, so this is like the 6th video that I'm voicing. So my apologies if I get a little punchy or a little bit lost in what I have done. So I do pop up the entire wreath, as you saw there, and the photo onto foam, and that is giving a lot of dimension, which I really like. It's not making it super thick, it's just giving a lot of dimension all over the page because they are large pieces. And that's okay with me. I really like how it looks. I am not going to pop up that label that is up on the upper right. In fact, I'm swapping the two. And the reason I swapped the two is the open area up on the upper right is larger and the lower left is much smaller. So I chose to just mimic that and use the larger piece in the larger area and the smaller piece in the smaller area. And then as I was going through the ephemera pack, I found these florals, and I thought I would take a couple of those extra flowers. I'm going to pop them up onto foam again and put them on top of the wreath area, so it gives a more dimension. So it's double thick. And I'm just using cheap fun foam from Walmart. It's adhesive backed on one side, and it works very well. And I've used it for quite some time now, and I like how it works. So, and it comes in a variety of colors, so you can match your colors to your layout if you want to. Most of the time, the foam does not show, so it's not that big a deal. If you are working with things that are like really tiny areas, then you would probably want a foam that isn't going to be like an obvious mismatch to your layout. So I'm liking how this is coming together. I have that piece up on the upper right that says Time to Shine, and that's in that darker blue color. And so I needed something darker blue in the bottom left. And so I just pulled in a little piece of paper that was snipped off and in the embellishment pack. It was probably something that I added to the embellishment pack. It was just like a little extra piece of paper. And I just add that sticking out of the label on the bottom left to bring that color down into that area. So whatever color I am using in one area, I want to make sure that I use it in the other area. It does not have to be the same shape. It doesn't have to be the same size, but I do want the color represented, and that provides balance. And it just makes it look like something is not missing. Like if I didn't add that dark color down there, it would look definitely like something was missing if I have it in every other embellishment area. So that's primarily why I added that little square dark piece where I'm working right now. So I get everything layered up there. The little flower, I am going to add some foam backing to that. And I'm going to add some foam backing to these two word strips just to keep some dimension in both of the embellishment areas. I am also going to have a little embellishment area below the photo, as you see the little tassels that are hanging there. I'm going to use the two tassels. There is a third tassel, but it's much larger, and I don't end up using that. But I do end up using this dark label, again, bringing that dark color down into this area. And originally I thought that I was not going to add a big title to this because it's kind of self-explanatory looking at the photo, but I do end up adding the word lovely, which actually brings that dark color again down to the bottom of the photo because that's where that's going to go. And I think that's okay. It's going to have some extra oomph right below the photo, and the photo is the focal point really, so that's okay because that's really where you want your eye drawn to. The other stuff is all peripheral stuff, and my journaling will go into the two journaling spots. There's not a whole lot of journaling that will be included. I do want to add a little bit of my daughter's thoughts, and I need to connect with her on that, and that will go in the bottom left-hand corner. The upper right-hand corner, I'm just simply writing that this was taken at her baby shower. It was in my brother's backyard. Basically, the who, what, when, why, where of the situation. Now, the pieces that I cut off of the wreath that was overhanging, I am using those along the edge of the layout in these two embellishment areas, just adding a little bit more floral to those areas. And I really like how that looks. And it's a great way to use those little offcuts. I'm not going to use them for anything else. If I put them on another layout by themselves, they wouldn't make any sense. So using them here makes sense and just adds more to those areas. Now what I'm doing here is I have my embroidery floss in navy blue, and I am making a bow out of it, and I just wound it around my fingers a few times and then tied it into a bow to add to the top of those two tassels because they look like they're hanging from midair, at least to me. I could have maybe put an enamel dot on the top or like a little mini brad or something to that effect, but I didn't have those with me. I'm not scrapbooking at home, and so I am using what I have with me, and that navy blue works well because, again, I'm bringing in that dark color one more time just below the photos. I am adding some little hearts, and that's pretty much going to do it. That's pretty much going to do it for the layout on this particular day. Oh, I'm sorry. I am adding some sequins, and so the sequins are from Spiegel Mom's Scraps. They were created as a companion or a, yeah, I'm going to say companion. I don't know what the word is. They were created to complement this particular collection by Coco Vanilla. So I don't believe you can get them. They were kind of an exclusive thing. And like I said, this has been in my stash for quite some time, so it's not something that you can still get. You might be able to find paper, but you definitely probably won't find the sequin pack. But you know, any sequins work as long as they're color coordinated to match somehow. So I'm going to finish that up, and then I will come back and add the title in just a few moments. But go and visit everybody else who is playing along with Off the Board. We are doing this all month long, where we're using our Pinterest pins as inspiration. And I know I say this in every video this month, but I am saying it again because there are people that don't watch every single day, and I want you to know that there are videos out there that people have done based on their Pinterest pins, and they are playing along. Some all month long, some throughout the month on varying days. The list is down below. You can visit them and check them out. And go leave Crystal Barrett a little bit of love. She is the one who is the mastermind behind this video series. And she has done a great job of keeping it going. And we have so many people who play along monthly throughout the year, the last Wednesday of the month, and then all month long in July. So it's tons of fun, and we really enjoy it. And she definitely deserves a little hand for that. There is my title, and here are the still shots. Again, thank you so much for choosing my channel today. I really am feeling honored and blessed that you choose my channel. I know that you guys have tons of opportunities to see other people create as well, and I am just tickled pink that you actually watch my videos. So thank you for doing that. If you're not already subscribed, I'd love for you to subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd love for you to give me a thumbs up down below. I will be back again tomorrow with another video. And I hope you guys have a great day. See you later. Bye-bye.